Yo, welcome back to the channel, man. Watch it, Riley. Cool little space over on YouTube where we can chill, vibe out. And today, we're gonna be learning something new. If you ain't know about this, we're gonna be learning something new. But this is just a different style of video, man. Designed for those people that, just want to learn more about stuff like this. If you're interested in this topic or this video, let me know down in the comment section below. What would you want to see next, and what do you want to discuss next? This video, and just know in future preference, if you guys really are interested in seeing something like this, I'll make sure a more structured video, you know what I mean? I could probably put together a PowerPoint and all that for you guys, man. But for right now, we just gonna freeform it, we just gonna go for it, and hopefully by the end of this video you've collected some more information. But let's get into it. And huge disclaimer, I have to say this, disclaimer about this video, for medium, because I know a lot of you when you research, you really just looking stuff up on Google. I know some of you. So for a medium, we're just gonna use Google alone, just for the search engine. We're gonna use Google alone. I know we're just gonna use Google alone, and we're gonna go off of this and go off of that because it's like I said, it's just a medium. I know a lot of y'all research only on Google, so we're just gonna use Google. Boom. So when it comes to vibration, and frequency, what do you guys think of, and what do you think it is? Let me know down in the comment section. But we just gonna go, like I said, based off of Google. We're gonna read it, go by it, and I'm gonna try my best to elaborate my understanding of it to you guys, and hopefully it works. We're gonna see where it goes, man. Simple. So when it comes to vibration, man, it says an instance of vibrating, a powerful vibration from an earthquake, just for example. When it comes to physics, it says an oscillation of parts or of fluid or an elastic solid whose equilibrium has been disturbed, or of an electromagnetic wave. Then when it comes to the informal side of it, it says a person's emotional state, the atmosphere of a place, or the association of an object as communicated to and felt by others. And that's mostly, I don't really think of it as a physical side or informal side. I mostly just combine it into one because it's just all one big thing when it comes to me. It's just, think of it as like a big cosmic web. But basically, even on this side, it basically says a vibration is a mechanical phenomenon whereby oscillations occur about an equilibrium point. Word comes from the Latin word, which all of English words mostly come from, derived from Latin words, but the Latin word vibrationem, I think that's how you say it, vibrationem. If I'm saying that wrong, let me know down in the comment section below. Basically, the oscillations may be periodic, such as the motion of pendulum, or random, such as the movement of a tire on a gravel road. Now, we're gonna get down to it. We're gonna break it down in my terms. Hopefully, like I said, by the end of this video you learn something new and it helps you guys out. Let me make sure everything is still right and still recording. Looks good. Let's go. So when it comes to vibration and frequencies, you have to understand, if you ever want to understand this realm, you have to understand the vibrations and the frequencies and the matters between energies. So let's get into it. When we talk about vibrations, man, like I said, we're gonna be talking about it all in one. This is basically just my perspective of it, and you guys can let me know your perspectives down in the comment section below, or if you agree or disagree. Hey, all opinions, down in the comment section below. But let's get into it. Basically, when you got the vibrations, when you talk about vibrations, this is why I say I don't mix it between the, the physics, the physical side, and just the informal, It's just kind of all one big thing to me, because I feel like that, vibrational frequency is bound, based off of where you at internally is going to reflect outward, So we're going to get into it. What am I looking for here? Vibrational chart. If a lot of you, if you may never seen this before, all this is basically depending on where you're at your current state, or depending on where you're at 6 months from now, whatever the case may be, it has to be your current state. What am I talking about 6 months from now? It has to be your current state. This is just a frequency chart of vibration, and basically, to those that look at this and you don't really understand what's going on, or understand what's going on, this is just a vibrational frequency chart. You know what I mean? And as you can see on the left here, we can read the characteristics and see what those different vibrations, you know what I mean? What is the meaning of those? What are you going to feel at those vibrations? Now, as you can see, when we get further down on this chart here, it says contracted and expanded. So what it basically all is saying is that, you know, the lower you are in frequency, the more contracted your mind is. Basically, if you need an image in your head, think of it when people say, oh, the ceiling of the mind. Basically, your mind is more closed off and more captive when you're on a lower vibrational scale, because when you think of vibration, you know, the body is mostly composed of water. You know what I mean? So when we take a look at the states of water, you know, you come into this, which we all learned this in school, no matter if you was public, private, whatever the case may be, you pretty much learned this in school. The 3 states of matter of water, and this is solid, liquid, and a gas. Now, take this and translate it back to the human body. Like I said, you're mostly composed of water. It's the same thing. The higher you vibrate, the more of a gas like mind you will become. And all that basically means is the realm above us. Let's just say we're in the 3D realm, right? We're in the physical realm. Let's just say that we're in the physical realm. And when you go to the next realm, that's when you get the etheric realm, or what some call the dream realm, or the spiritual realm, or anything like that. Basically, all it is meaning is that the more expanded you are, the more higher you are in ultimate consciousness, the more intact you will be with that etheric realm, because the more that your molecules are sped up and they're spinning and they're moving so fast that now you can basically manipulate those things into tapping into that metaphysical realm. And basically it's same vice versa. So if you vibrate high and you're going up in frequencies, the molecules are moving fast, you go in that gas-like state, the etheric realm. That's the exact same, but the opposite. So if you're spiraling down, just like on this chart here, you can either spiral up or you can spiral down, man. It's all a personal choice, a personal, you know, thing to go by. But the more you spiral up, the more you will get into the etheric. The more you spiral down, the more you will be stuck in the physical. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, let me check if everything is going smooth and everything is going right. So boom. Like I said, the more you go up, the more gas-like you become. The more you go down, the more physical you become. And basically, the more captive your mind will be. You know what I mean? As far as expansion of the mind, thinking outside the box, you know what I mean? Those type of things. But I know a lot of you... This is a lot on, man. This is a one right here that I know a lot of you have seen before, because it's more so a trend now. But me, so I don't really think of it as a trend. This was always a way of life for me and my people, and those who understand that will understand that. But let's get into it. Basically, this is the same thing, man, and it's just what I was describing to you guys before. The chakras are a reflection of the vibrational chart. Based on where your chakras are at that time, again, you can either spiral up or you can either spiral down. Now, when it comes to the chakras, you know what I mean? When it comes to the chakras, these are the rising points that you would need to take to ultimately reach this omega scale, to ultimately reach ultimate consciousness, as going by in these pictures. Like I said, we're strictly going off of Google's images right now, because I know this is you know, it's just the easier way to understand it for a lot of you, because like I said, you guys mostly probably do your research on Google, so I'm just going to use Google as a medium. But like I said, these different chakra points have their own natures. You know, when it comes to natures, you think of, you know, like it is in Avatar. If you ever seen Avatar, it's just natural natures. So water, fire, earth, water. I said water, fire, earth, wind. Boom. Just like that, but just as the chakras. So the chakras all have their own specific you know, specific things that they go by. So as you can see on this diagram right here, just a quick little picture that I can use. You can see at the different frequencies of the different chakra points, they have different characteristics as well. So you have your root chakra, you have your sacral chakra, you have your solar plexus, you have your heart chakra, and you have your throat chakra. You have your third eye chakra, and then you finally reach the crown chakra. Now, again, based off of how you are spiraling, because it's all about the quantum spin. It's all about how you spiral. You know what I mean? This is the quantities of consciousness in a picture descriptive, like a picture descript of what, you know what I mean, what I'm talking about basically right now. How you spiral up and how you spiral down is basically how much energy you will be, you know what I mean, putting into, overstand this too. Let me say this. And again, sorry if I may be tripping up on words or anything like that. Like I said, this is a free form. If you guys are really interested in this, we'll be making more videos of stuff like this, but more formal. But basically, it's all about balance, right? It's all about balance. Notice how on this depiction here, all of these chakras are in line with one another. Now, if you are spiraling on a downward path, or you just may be out of line, that is also, it could disrupt your frequency. And this is how. Basically, like I said, we're gonna talk about Kundalini. I don't know if we can further go about the you know what I mean, further go on about it if in another video if you guys are interested in it. But basically, one must be aligned. One must be aligned to achieve this Omega Ultimate Consciousness scale, because if your frequencies are unbalanced, then that means that the spiral, the quantum spin that you were in when rising back up to the ultimate consciousness, it will be off. Basically, everything has to be aligned. This can't be over here, this can't be over here, this can't be here, and then this be over here, and this be over here. You know what I mean? It all has to be in line for those chakra points to once they are aligned, then that's when you spiral up. You see what I'm saying? It's all about intent. But when you align those frequency chambers, then that's when everything starts to spiral. Now, we're talking about quantum spins here. You know, it gets deeper, you know, when it comes to chakra, because it all is part of, you know, it could be basically anything. Like, you can charge your chakras through, you know, hand mantras, through meditation, through anything. And like I said, those who are on the path, you already know what I'm talking about. Those who are, this is all new to you, you're probably so confused right now. But again, I'll keep trying to explain it so it can be a better understanding for all of you guys, man. But definitely, let's go back to this. Now, like I said, different personal traits that you would think of, like I said, enlightenment, peace, joy, all these things at the top of the list. These are things that you would feel at that vibration. Grief, fear, empathy, guilt, shame, all of that type of stuff you would feel at the lower end. Now, think about it when you think about this society. This is why it's so important to have a deeper connection with yourself, because if you only ever focus on society, then you're not truly focusing on yourself. Therefore, you're not aligning your chakras and you're not rising in vibrational scale, which means that you're not rising in consciousness. And that is the essential thing that we need to reach that next tier. Now, I think that human evolution only goes up when we go up in consciousness, not when we go up by material bound things. And those of you who get that, and those of you who don't. But just looking through it, I'm just looking through, making sure I don't got a better diagram that I can show you guys. Yeah, man, this is it right here, man. This is it. I like this one. This is a good one. It's either, bro, you either go up or down. You be here at boredom. You can either choose bad habits, or you can either choose uplifting habits that can have you on that next tier. Now, when it comes to being the best version of yourself and the best version that you can possibly be for you, not for society, but for you, you have to climb this frequency vibrational chart when it comes to matter and energy. And that's why I said, when it comes to this realm, man, when you really want to understand, you know, human vibration, you have to understand matter and energy. If you want to understand anything in this realm, you have to understand vibration and energy. Now, this is nothing new. We've been studying this for, I've been studying this for a little bit over 4 years now. But it's nothing new to me, or like I said, me or my lineage or my roots or whatever you want to call it. And even if you ever hear somebody saying tap in with the ancestrals, the ancestors, or whatever the case may be, like I said, that is all in a state of matter. It's all in a state of matter, because like I said, in order to even get to that point when you're communicating with the etherics and all those type of things, you have to get to that higher vibrational state. You have to get to that gas-like state. You have to get to that state where those molecules are moving so fast. And this is exactly why an animal could see more than us with our naked eye, because those animals can see beyond this physical vibrational scale. Just think of it this way. When I can put it into this terms, put it this way: you can only see liquids and gas. No, you can only see liquids and solids, right? We can't see beyond water vapors. Like, if something goes beyond that water vapor state, our physical eyes cannot manifest what that is to us. So, and this is why, like I said, animals, cats, all those different type of animals, they can see beyond that trait. So they can see the different vibrations. They can see all these different states of water. Now, like I said, I use water for the example here because water is just a reflection of the body. You know what I mean? It's just like water's literally your body's mostly composed of water. So it's a reflection of the body, and if we literally go look at videos on how vibrations affect that water, then you will literally have a bigger understanding as to why the music is being played at what it's played at, the things are being shown at what it's shown at, but it's all to get a reaction from the vibration that you are giving out. If that makes sense. Like I said, this video is going to make a lot of sense to some people and no sense to other people, but we're going to keep going. We gonna keep going, man. We gonna keep going. And that brings us to the flower of life. You know what I mean? If you guys know what the flower of life is, pretty much everybody should know what the flower of life is. But basically, the flower of life is a reflection of the same thing. You know what I mean? It's literally, just look at it. It's all about alignment. It's all about alignment and understanding that all is one. All is connected to one thing. All is connected to source. And I would just say that as a medium here, but all is connected to source, and all is connected to one thing. And that's where you get to the flower of life. You get to these different points, these different little bubbles, these different atoms, these different molecules, whatever you want to call them, and basically they all form life. And this is the sequence of which life is formed. You know what I mean? And this is on every level, from giving birth to plants to insects, to literally everything that is living. If something is alive, it has this pattern somewhere within its sequence, within its within a sequence. Like I said, I can just use that word, for a sequence. So yeah, and then when you get to dimensions and all of this stuff, you can see when you type in dimensions of energy, they basically just give you the formula. But when it comes to dimensions of frequencies, that's what we talk about when we talk about transcending dimensions. And let's get into that side of it. Like I said, this video is just a breakdown of vibration, and now we're getting onto the second half of it, which is dimensions. When you think of dimensions, what do you think of? Let me know down in the comment section below. I feel like this is going to be a good video, man. This is going to be a good one, especially for it to be freeform like how I'm freeforming it. But when it comes to dimensions, you know what I mean? There's multi-dimensions. Now let's go into the Google's terms, or whatever you want to go by, whatever. When it comes to dimensions, it says, and I quote from Google, a measurable extent of some kind, such as a length, breadth, I think I said that right, depth, or height, an aspect of feature of a situation, problem, or thing. Now when it comes to dimensions, it says, well, it depends on, it's the different kinds of dimensions. So I literally should have typed in something more descriptive. But when we talk about dimensions, we're going to talk about universes, right? When it comes to universes, let's see what it says here. It says the world as we know it has 3 dimensions of space, length, width, and depth, and 1 dimension of time. But there is the mind-bending possibility that many more dimensions exist out there, according to the string theory, one of the leading physics model of the last half century. The universe operates with 10 dimensions. Now, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. This is just the second half of the energy. We went over chakras, we went over vibrations, we went over states of water, we went over the flower of life. Now let's get into dimensions, just so you can have a good understanding. And again, if you want me to talk about anything else from my perspective, just let me know down in the comment section. But let's get into it. Now, we understand how vibrations work, we understand how energy work, and we now understand how to transcend and go between the different dimensions or universes, as one would call them. Now, it says the universe operates with 10 different dimensions. Like I said, this is just some random quote that was quoted from this site here back in 2018. But let's get into it, man. When it comes to dimensions, there is multi-dimensions. Now, literally, some may even depict it as this, like it's just a huge flower of life. All is connected, it's all different multi-dimensions. Now, when it comes to the theories, I won't get into any of the theories or anything like that. Again, if you want anything more broken down, and I'm breaking it down right now, this is just a video to let me know if y'all really interested in that topic of matter. But let's get into it. When it comes into dimensions, we have multiple different dimensions, man. And I mean dimensions whereas though is little slight differences between whether if you woke up and put your right shoe on before your left shoe and then your left shoe before your right shoe. Then there's also dimensions where you just made totally different decisions. Now, like that's why I think that the possibility of it is so endless, because literally it's endless. It's an endless spin of possibilities, and that's when you come into dimensions. Now, when it comes to transcending these dimensions from this realm, again, you would have to have aligned these chakras, risen to the state of ultimate consciousness, and now you can tap into those etheric realms or that etheric knowledge that one can acquire from modern day living. Now, dimensional ways of thinking of it is this, is just think of it as a layer. Think of it as an onion layer. You know what I mean? Think of it as an onion layer. Dimensions are just different states. If this is all matter and energy, that is just a different realm of matter and energy with slight changes. Now, let's get into it. It gets deep. It gets really deep. I actually might not even finish this whole thing just so I can get you guys on track and see if you guys are really interested in those type of things. But etherics, when we get to the different etheric realms, think of it, like I said, as an onion. It's just a different state of time and space where it's a different how can I explain it? Let me think. All you got to think about it this way, man. It's just like I said, it's just multiple different possibilities, multiple different universes with the slightest of differences. And like I said, those differences could be small differences or they can be big differences. And that all just depends on the universe. Now, it's different depictions, it's different explanations of dimensions and universe, especially when you come to ancient mythology and ancient understanding of life in general, because our aspects and our science and everything right now is so different from ancient proverbs and those type of things. So imagine it as just, like I said, it's just a multiverse. It's just multiverses. It's so many different ones that the possibilities are just endless, and there's many different possibilities. And I'm gonna end it right there just because of time. Hope this video helped y'all out. Hope you learned something new from this video. And this, before I end it, perfect example of it right here. We have the 1D. When I think of those layers that I just described to y'all before, those are layers. It's just layers of universes, you know what I mean? You can just think of it as a big layers of universes. Think of it as this right here, just multiple different universes spinning. It's all about the quantum spin. They have their own quantum spin, or they might even have the same quantum spin, just a different, you know what I mean, outcome. But that's neither here nor there. When you think of different dimensions, you would go from something like this. So it would be from the 0D to the 1D. And this is just this line right here. Then you would get a 2D, which would be like a two-dimensional shape. Think of the 1D as being you drawing straight lines. Think of the 2D being you drawing two-dimensional shapes. When you get to the 3D, that's when you get into our realm, or what you would think this physical realm is, because you mostly only see three-dimensional things and three-dimensional shapes. And when you think of the 3D, just think of three-dimensional shapes and three-dimensional things. When you get to the 4D, same thing, same concept, just going up one. You're now into the 4th dimension. You're more in a more expanded, so their view to this realm would be more expanded, just like our view to something like a ant would be more broad. You see what I'm saying? So an ant would probably only see this 1D or 2D, and then you as a human, you would see this 3D. Now in the next realm up from us, they would see this 4D, which would be like a 4D shape. If you ever seen a 4D shape, I actually got the opportunity to see one in real life, but this is basically just a diagram of it, just to help you out and get a better understanding. It's just basically the two shapes into one, intertwined into its own thing. Basically, you can get a better depiction down here if you really want to go into that. And it just keeps going and keeps going up. So you would go from 0D, 2D, 3D, and I mean you would go from 0D, 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, and it would just keep going and keep expanding. So this shape that you would see here, it would just keep expanding and keep expanding until you eventually get this flower. You would eventually get this flower of life, because this flower of life exists on all different dimensions of dimensions. It exists on all forms of dimensions. Like I said, if there is life, then there is the flower of life within that sequence. You see what I'm saying? So the more you rise up in dimensions, the more expanded, or the more view of expansion you have. You see what I'm saying? So you would literally, how we look down on ants, and they're, you know what I mean, they walk in straight lines, they go, you know what I mean, they have their own way of life, you know what I mean. But us to them, our view is more expanded. Just like how I mentioned earlier, if you have a cat or a dog or animal that's around you and they see a little bit more than what your naked eye can see, that's because your naked eye is mostly dependent on the three-dimensional. You see what I'm saying? Your eye is mostly dependent on the three-dimensional, which means that you only but you only interpreted 3D things. As far as three-dimensional materialistic things, those are the only things that you can see with your naked physical eye. Now when you go to the fourth realm, they have that extra, you know what I'm saying, sense of awareness, of consciousness, as you will. They have this awareness and consciousness, as you will, that is more expanded than what you can perceive and what you can achieve with these naked eyes. You see what I'm saying? So even the 4D from the 5D, if you are a 4-dimensional being and you now transcend to this 5-dimensional being, now your consciousness is more developed and more advanced, and now it has a different perspective, a more expanded perspective than any of these other ones that are now in the 4D, 3D, 2D, 1D. You see what I'm saying? It's basically like this. Like, imagine you looking at something on a flat sheet of paper, then you looking at something, you know what I'm saying, made into a 3-dimensional shape out of that flat out of that flat piece of paper. Then you take that 3-dimensional shape and you add more to it. Now it's a 4-dimensional shape, which you couldn't even, I don't even think you can even like make that in this realm. Not 4D, but like far as the higher end dimensions. But yeah, that's all it really is, man. I'm gonna end it right there because we a little constrained on time right now. But yeah, that's all it is, man. If you guys want me to go further in depth, or want to learn more about something like this, or just this video interest you in the slightest of ways, let me know down in the comment section below. If you ever want to learn more, again, it's just all this different stuff we can go over, man. We can literally go over times in history, all types of different stuff. But that's neither here nor there. Hope you guys enjoyed that video right there, man. Me explaining vibrations of frequency and dimensions, trying to just sum it up into one quick video. Of course, this would take like a longer time to really break this down, because literally this video could be an hour long. It could be an hour long, but it's not. It's only 30 minutes. And that, my friends, is energy and vibration and chakras in states of alignment with vibration and the flower of life and dimensions, all wrapped up into 30 minutes. Watch it, Raleigh. Cool little space over there on YouTube, man, where we can chill, vibe out, and maybe learn something new. And possibly react to videos. Let me know if y'all want to see anything new. Let me know how y'all feeling down in the comment section. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And if you stayed this long in the video, let me know by commenting the sun. Just comment sun. And that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though, man. I'll see y'all in the next one. Keep your vibrations up, keep your vibe bright. No matter where you at in this world right now, watching this video, find out what you love to do, create and evolve, become great at what you do. Find out how to harness those skills and channel those skills and be great at it. Find out how to monetize it and go up from there, man. With that being said, just watch it, Raleigh. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more reactions. For all of my guys that love the reactions, I'll see y'all tomorrow with some new rugby reactions and some Pete and Bass. So be on tune for that. Again, let me know how y'all feeling down in the comment section if you learned something new, and I will check in with y'all in the next one. All love, peace, let's go.